Jesus told this parable to some who trusted in themselves that they were righteous and despised others. 2 men went up into the temple to pray, one a Pharisee and the other a tax collector. The Pharisee stood and prayed thus with himself, God, I thank thee that I am not like other men, extortioners, unjust, adulterers, or even like this tax collector. I fast twice a week, I give tithes of all that I get. But the tax collector, standing far off, would not even lift up his eyes to heaven, but beat his breast, saying, God, be merciful to me a sinner. I tell you, this man went down to his house justified rather than the other. For every one who exalts himself will be humbled, but he who humbles himself will be exalted. In this parable, we see 2 individuals, a Pharisee, a religious expert, and a tax collector, a public sinner, both approaching God in prayer. The Pharisee, filled with pride and self-importance, praises himself instead of God, while the tax collector, recognizing his own sinfulness, humbly asks for God's mercy. Our Lord teaches us through this parable that it is not our own goodness or accomplishments that bring us closer to God, but rather our humility and recognition of our need for His grace and forgiveness. This message is reinforced in James chapter 4 verse 6, which teaches, God opposes the proud but gives grace to the humble. As Christians, we are called to emulate the tax collector, approaching God with a humble and contrite heart, recognizing our own sinfulness and relying on His grace and mercy. Saint Bernard of Clairvaux reminds us that humility is the mother of all virtues, purity, charity, and obedience. It is in humility that our love for God is grown, and so it is humility that must underlie our actions, all our words, and all our thoughts. Let us strive to cultivate humility in our daily lives, recognizing our own shortcomings and turning to God in prayer, asking for His guidance and forgiveness. May we approach Him with a contrite heart, just as the tax collector did, acknowledging our need for His unmerited grace and clemency.